coaching tree. Harpon USA and some gray trim as well. Evan Burrows will step in between Abota and Mayo. The ball is up, tipped, and controlled by UNCW as C.J. Bryce right at midcourt will gather it in for UNCW. So Ponder and the Seahawks go left to right here to start this ball game. Coming near sideline, Ponder, defended by McGlone. Near sideline, off to Bryce, out front now Ponder. In the corner, they work it to Sherwood. Looking inside, nothing going there. Kicks it out instead to Flemings. 8 on the shot clock here. As the Colonel is opening up in a 2-3 zone. Ponder trying to drive, knocked away and stolen. So McGloin brings it down. Over half court in the center jump circle. Puts on the brakes, sets up the offense. Near sideline to Hawkins. Down low right away to Mayo. Mayo drops it baseline and they work it back outside Hawkins. Hawkins' three is no good. Abota the rebound for UNCW. Outlet pass to Ponder. And he'll bring it down. Low pass in the corner to Bryce. Bryce jumper from the baseline wouldn't drop. Tipped by Flemings and he bats it out to Ponder who tracks it down. Ponder drives. Ponder inside. Attracts a D. Kicks it out Sherwood. Three. Rims out. No good. And down low a foul. And I believe foul on the floor maybe on Chuck Abota. No, they're going to say it'll be on Jarrell Rochelle. So the first on Rochelle. The first on Eastern Kentucky. Baseline right. Ponder to inbound for UNCW. Mayo doing jumping jacks in front of him, looking for Bryce, knocked away by Hawkins. It'll stay with UNCW. Tall lineup again like it was Friday for UNCW when you got Abota, Flemings, and Sherwood. In the corner, Ponder trying to get it in. And looking for Flemings, couldn't handle the pass to the near sideline, and the Seahawks will turn it over. McGlone will bring it down, defended by Bryce. Man-to-man defense, crosses over, hands off to the hands of Powell. Now to Rochelle, near sideline Hawkins on the wing. Jabs right, moves left, but he traveled. Moved that pivot foot, says Greg Evans, and it'll be Seahawk basketball. Turnover here for Eastern Kentucky. Go home, go home. 18:38 in the first half. Still no score between these two high-scoring teams. Ponder near sideline on the right wing. Goes left off a screen from Abota. Drives all the way in now. Shot is up and good. Able to take some contact and connect. Ponder breaks the tie here. The scoreless tie, 2-0. And in the backcourt, just a little trip there of Hawkins. It'll be a foul on Chris Flemings. The first on him and the first on UNCW. As we get another look. Ponder driving, took a little contact, maybe a reach in there by Mayo. No foul called. And the Seahawks up 2-0. Powell brings it down over half court and left-hand dribble in front of our courtside location. Defended by Sherwood, drives, nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Rochelle in the corner, and he stepped on the near sideline and turns it over. So both teams with 2 turnovers here early on. Eastern Kentucky only 1 shot attempt. Seahawks 1 for 3. Ponder looks to the bench, gets some instruction from Kevin Keats. Now in his catcher's crouch. Off to Bryce. Jump pass Flemings. Flemings back to C.J. Bryce, top of the key against his zone. Gets a screen from Abota. Frees him up for a jumper. It's too hard off the back iron. And the baseline brought away there by Hawkins. Hawkins eyes up, brings the ball down middle of the floor. Crosses over, drives in. Got Flemings up on the air, and Flemings will pick up a second personal foul. A little good head fake there. Flemings found the backcourt, and now this one trying to block the shot. So quickly, Kevin Keats will have to go to the bench, and looks like we'll see 2 players we haven't seen. Jordan Talley playing the exhibition, but not Friday, and Denzel Ingram, who's been unavailable for this team in the exhibition and the season opener. The free throw is good for Hawkins. So Ponder and Flemings both exit. You've got really 2 point guards on the floor at the same time in Talley and Ingram. As the next free throw is good for Hawkins. Ties the game up at 2, 17-37. Some pressure now for Eastern Kentucky. They get into the hands of Ingram on the near sideline. Ingram over the stripe. Bounce pass deflected away and stolen. Two-man game, 2-on-1 there. The layup no good. Tipped around and out of bounds off of, looked like C.J. Bryce's foot. No, William Humes comes in and says last touch by the Colonels. It'll be Seahawk basketball. So the Seahawks will get it back going left to right. You've got Ponder, Ingram, Sherwood, Bryce, and Aboda. 5 on the floor. Ingram on the near sideline. Eastern Kentucky staying in that zone. Aboda on the right side, setting a screen in the corner. Sherwood to the right wing. Nowhere to go, bounces it out now to Ingram. Ingram off to Talley, far sideline, then work in the corner. Bryce 3 is short. Rebound. Malone comes up with it. Near sideline, Rochelle. Rochelle will drive, and a hand-checking foul on the left wing. It'll be a foul on Denzel Ingram. Ingram's first, UNCW's third. Ingram, the transfer from UNC Charlotte, junior out of Chapel Hill. Bryce out. And as we see Mark Matthews into the game for the first time. Rochelle goes left off a screen. Out front, down to the hands of Hawkins. Drive, spins on Matthews. Deflected shot looked like no good. Rebound, Sherwood. Talley on the near sideline, skips it across to Ingram. Ingram penetrates, fades away, left baseline. Shot is no good. And a rebound for Rochelle and Eastern Kentucky. Right to left for the Colonels. Drives all the way in. No good. Mayo had it. Lost it. Ingram nearly came away with it. Hawkins will drive. Pulls up from 10 feet. No good with a jumper. And a rebound for Matthews and UNCW quickly to Ingram left side. Out to Talley, now to Sherwood. Straight on 3 for Sherwood is all net. Went 1 for 5 against Milligan on Friday. But hits a shot here from long range, makes it 5-2. Seahawks lead is 3. About 4 minutes into this first half. Powell brings it down in the left-hand dribble. Backs it away to McGlone. Into the hands back to Powell. Powell to Rochelle between the circles. Gets a screen from Mayo. Off to Hawkins, top of the key. 9 on the shot clock. Near sideline, Powell driving to the baseline. Spins back. Mayo on the left wing. Drives it. The little baby hook shot, no good. Long rebound, Talley. Seahawks numbers. Talley off to Matthews. Matthews' layup is good. Well, the speed of Talley made that a favorable matchup 2-on-1 as he and Matthews both got out in transition. 7-2, 5-point Seahawk lead. Some pressure in the backcourt now as Rochelle will bring the ball down the floor. And it's going to be a 10 count rather. He wasn't paying attention. 19 on that shot clock. It started with 30, so a 10-second violation. It's a turnover, and the Seahawks will get it after our Reed's Jewelers timeout. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Independence Mall and Mayfair Town Center for stunning diamonds, high-quality timepieces, and the best customer service in the jewelry industry. Reed's Jewelers, your family-owned jeweler, trusted for generations. 15-16 to go here in the first half. Seahawks up by 5 at 7-2 our score. Seahawk basketball driven by your Carolina Ford dealers.
Short on cash? Have unwanted gold or silver? Bring it to Pawn USA. We're North Carolina's premier gold and silver buyer since 1980. Pawn USA will give you the best price in town on your gold, silver, or jewelry. You'll also save money on our wide selection of merchandise, including jewelry, electronics, tools, guns, musical instruments, and more. Don't forget, we cash payroll and income tax refund checks and have millions to lend for most items of value. Don't let life get you down. Get the money you need when you need it at Pawn USA, where the customer is always treated like family and the service speaks for itself.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn and Suites Landfall Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks Special. Call 910-509-0005. That's 910-509-0005 or hamptoninn.com and support the Seahawks.
Good start for the Hawks here, up 7-2, 5-point lead. 3 for 8 for UNCW, 37.5%, and they have held the Colonels so far without a field goal. They're 0 for 6 with 3 turnovers as well. The only points coming from the free throw line so far for Eastern Kentucky. Some opportunities to get out and run a little bit for UNCW. And also a 3 knocked down by Dylan Sherwood. So 7-2 early edge to UNCW. Now the timeout. Sherwood, Devontae Kaycock, along with Denzel Ingram, Mark Matthews, and Jordan Talley on the court for UNCW. Talley gets the inbounds pass. Gives it off to Ingram. Flashing high is Kaycock. Gets it over now to Talley. Near sideline Ingram. In the corner Sherwood. Extending the zone defense are the Colonels now. Talley gets a screen. Right side Ingram. 3. That's going to be short. And brought away there by Rochelle. Jarrell Rochelle, senior out of Germany. Gives to McGlone, the point guard. On the right side, hands off now. Into the hands of KJ Bluford. Into the game for the first time out of that timeout. Bluford, right side, nowhere to go. Backs it away with 9 on the shot clock. Rochelle drives and fouled on the floor. And the foul will be on Jordan Talley. His first and UNCW's 4th. So Jarrell Rochelle, 21 points in the win against Coppin State. Shot 7 of 10. Hit all 4 free throws, and of his 7 field goals, 3 were from long range on Friday night. And the free throw here is too hard. From Frankfurt, Germany. And he moved to the U.S. when he was 16, played high school ball in New Jersey. Again, went to Rhode Island, now playing at Eastern Kentucky. 7-2 our score, 5-point lead still for the Seahawks. And the next free throw is good, so he gets the second of the 2. Still no field goals here for Eastern Kentucky. Talley to Ingram. Breaking some pressure, bounce pass to Matthews. Pass across to Talley. Quickly Sherwood in the corner, the 3, no good. Kaycock, the rebound down low, lost it going up, but banked in for the right side by Dylan Sherwood. 9-3, Seahawks lead is 6. They press the pass down the court to McGlone. They break it to the Colonels. Good job by UNCW. Hawkins waves Rochelle through. He's back to his point guard. Moves it left. Back off into the hands of Hawkins. Defended by Talley. Runs into him. It's going to be a blocking foul on Talley, and that's going to be his second. So 2 on Talley coming off the bench here in this game. Fleming's on the bench with 2. And Kevin Keats will have to take Talley out and bring Ponder in with these new rules. And the emphasis on calling some of those fouls out front and freedom of movement. It's really going to hamper Jordan Talley here early on. Rochelle between the circles on the right side. Devontae Kaycock defends down low. They get it, and the shot no good by Greg King. But he is fouled. A foul against Kaycock. First on the freshman. It'll be the 6th on UNCW, so 6 fouls on the Seahawks, just 1 so far on Eastern Kentucky. And the Seahawks up by 6. And the free throw is too hard for King. King, a sophomore from Ellenwood, Georgia, out of Chipola College. Sherwood will sit, gets a nice round of applause. Leading scorer for UNCW so far with 5 points. Next free throw for King is all net. 9-4. Still no field goals here for Eastern Kentucky. 13:37 to go in the first half. Ingram drives in, scoops up with the left hand. No good. Trying to get a little English on that one. But it spun off the front of the iron. Hawkins brings it down, crosses over. Nowhere to go. Off to Bluford. 3. Long 3 is no good. Rebound Rochelle in the paint, tied up by Marcus Bryan, who just checked in. It'll be a held ball, and it'll stay with Eastern Kentucky. Bryan, the 6'7", 225-pound sophomore forward, who's played well, but he's gotten into foul trouble in the exhibition and on Friday as well. So we haven't seen his total game just yet. Nearly draws the charge. The shot no good. Tipped around a couple of times. Finally, it's Ponder who comes away with it. Ponder drives on Bluford, and it's going to be a reach-in foul on Bluford. And it'll be his first and the second here on Eastern Kentucky. Bluford Actually played against the Seahawks before. Transferred from Iowa State and played against UNCW back in 2013. Had 5 points in 13 minutes in that game. Bryan gets the inbounds pass. Out front now to Ponder. 9-4, Seahawks lead is 5. Ponder near sideline. Matthews nearly travels there before giving away to Ponder. Backs it away. Screen by Kaycock. Driving Ponder, no looks it to Bryan. Jumper from the baseline is going to be too hard. Tipped around, Bryan trying to get it back. He does, stumbling out front. Off now to Ingram. Somebody's open. It's Kaycock down low. Kaycock travels with it. Just too wide open there. And trying to make a move on the defense. Good recognition to find Devontae Kaycock. But the Seahawks turn it over nonetheless. 9-4, 5-point UNCW lead. 12:38 left. A lot lower score than anticipated here. As Eastern Kentucky is still without a field goal. They're 0 for 8. UNCW 4 for 13, 31%. The trap, nearly a steal there for Ingram. McGlone brings it down, far sideline. Now into the middle of the court through the center jump circle. Angles it near sideline, defended by Ponder. Seahawks stick man-to-man, picks up his dribble. Into the hands now of Hawkins, top of the key. Hawkins trying to drive on Kaycock. Floater with the right hand is short. Hawkins trying to save it, goes out of bounds, and last touched by the Colonels. So the Seahawks will get it right back. You see Kevin Keats there on the sidelines for UNCW. Again, he and Dan McHale at one time were both on the Louisville staff back when they won the national championship. Ingram, far sideline, defended there by Paul Jackson. Runs into Jackson near sideline of Ponder. 15 on the shot clock. Ponder back to Ingram. Ingram 3, long range is good for Denzel Ingram. First points of his UNCW career, makes it 12-4 Seahawks. An 8-point lead, under 12 to go in the first half. I think Dan McHale trying to wait till the next media timeout as Bluford 3 is too hard. Long rebound. Jackson gets it. Hawkins right back to Jackson. And the ball fake gets Kaycock off his feet. And Devontae Kaycock will pick up his second foul. The 7th for UNCW. Free throws for the Colonels when we get back after another media timeout. 11:37 to go here in the first half. UNCW up by 8. 12-4 right now. Good-looking play, good-looking shot there from Denzel Ingram. It's Seahawk basketball driven by your Carolina Ford dealers.
Last year, UNCW men's basketball won the regular season CAA title under first-year head coach Kevin Keats. Year 2 is sure to be even better as the Seahawks plan to run, defend, and win. Season tickets are on sale now for as low as $99. Call 1-800-808-UNCW. That's 1-800-808-UNCW. Or visit UNCWsports.com to order your tickets today. Women's basketball tickets and Super Seahawk passes are also on sale now.
All right, who's not wearing their seatbelt?
What? I'm in the back seat.
It doesn't matter where you are in the car. You still have to wear your seatbelt.
Yeah, it's the law.
Come on. These tickets weren't cheap.
Seriously, I've been waiting for this for months.
Okay, let's go.
If you don't buckle your seatbelt, you could miss a lot more than the game. Remember, in North Carolina, everyone needs to wear a seatbelt. It's the law. Click it or ticket. Every seat, every time.
11:37 to go here in the first half. 12-4 Seahawks out ahead. UNCW already has played 10 players here, including that man off the bench, Denzel Ingram. Suspended a couple of games, but seeing his first action here tonight, knocks down the 3. The Seahawks defense once again has been solid right now. 0 for 10 is Eastern Kentucky. 0 for 3 from 3. UNCW 5 of 14. 36% for them. They're 2 of 6, 33% from three-point range. 4 turnovers for the Seahawks, 3 for Eastern Kentucky. And you look at the rebound story, 11-8 in favor of UNCW. Paul Jackson at the free throw line, shooting 2. Actually, they're going to say a one-on-one, so not found the act of shooting. So he missed the front end. That's all he'll get. Rebound brought away by C.J. Bryce. Bryce Ingram, Sherwood, Bryan, and Ponder, the 5 on the floor for UNCW. Seahawks in the yellow, and it's going to be an offensive foul, they say, here on C.J. Bryce. The first on Bryce and the 8th team foul here for UNCW. No free throws for Eastern Kentucky. Instead, they'll inbound in front of their bench. Get the ball in. Into the hands of Jackson. He'll bring it down right to left. Jackson, the sophomore from Lithonia, Georgia. Working in front of us. Loses the ball. Picked up by Ingram. Ingram on the break. Ingram reverse layup. No good, but he gets contacted and is fouled by King. And will go to the free throw line. First on King, the 3rd on Eastern Kentucky. And Jackson just lost a handle right in front of Ingram, who stepped in front of him and able to pick up that ball. So Ingram shooting 2, and the free throw rolls off. Ingram played a couple of years at UNC Charlotte before transferring. And he hits his second, 4 points off the bench. About 2 years in a Seahawk uniform. Seahawks up 13-4. They break the pressure to the Colonels, and then from away behind, it was stolen by Ingram, but he couldn't keep it in at the baseline. And now they're going to go to see by the shot clock to see. They reset the shot clock when Ingram briefly had possession. And maybe they're going to say that he didn't have full possession to reset that shot clock. Currently, there's 28 seconds on it. So, Evan Burrows and William Humes over to the scorer's table. Talk with the fellas over there. 13-4 our score here. Seahawks out ahead of Eastern Kentucky. Good crowd behind the benches. The students tonight. 400 t-shirts given away to them. So out in support of this men's basketball team. And they will reset the shot clock now to 19 seconds. 11:02 on the game clock. Seahawks up 13-4. Get the ball in into the hands of Rochelle. They'll get a screen, goes right to the baseline. Deflected partially by Bryan, but Jarrell Rochelle scores the first field goal of the night, almost 10 minutes in for Eastern Kentucky. Near sideline, Ponder. The Seahawks up by 7. Ponder with the ball. Gets a screen from Bryan. Kicks it across to Ingram. Ingram 3 is short this time. Rebound, though, Sherwood quickly to Ponder. Ponder 3 wouldn't drop. He knew it as he was trying to get that miss. Instead, Rochelle comes away with it. Rochelle drives, spins a little push-off, right side, drops it down low to Mayo, gets it back to Rochelle and banks it in from the right side. So Jarrell Rochelle now with back-to-back field goals, and the lead is 5 for UNCW. Ponder far sideline, near sideline now to Ingram. Ingram back to Ponder, corner to Sherwood. Couldn't get a shot off. Instead, now to Ponder near sideline to Ingram. Ingram pulls up inside the arc, and it's all net for Denzel Ingram. 15-8, the lead 7 for UNCW. Pressure on, broken here. Jalen Bab Harrison loses it, picked up by Ponder, and Bab Harrison will reach in and be charged with the foul. So the Seahawks again with the pressure speeding up Eastern Kentucky, and it leads to a turnover with the foul. And Sherwood exits. We see Chakaboto back on the floor for UNCW. Ponder looking for Ingram. He's hot. The last 6 points of this game belong to Ponder, for Ingram rather, for UNCW. Ponder on the right side. Low pass to Ingram. They work in the corner to Bryan. Bryan races down low, gives to Aboda and lays it up in the left hand. Nice job on the feed from Marcus Bryan. It's 17-8. They trap Rochelle on the near sideline and a little reach-in foul. Bryce or Bryan. It's going to be on C.J. Bryce, his second and the team's 9th. We take another look here. Marcus Bryan, the drive and the dish down low to Chuck Aboda. Really like Chuck's game so far this year. Those who follow the Seahawks know he always had problems with his hands making those catches, but much improved here. As Kevin Keats talked earlier in his coach's show today, it's really is, when you look at it, he's only been playing basketball a couple of years, has Chuck. The free throw rattles in for Rochelle, front end of the 1-on-1. Rochelle now at 6 points, leading the score for the Colonels here with 9:20 to go in the first half. And this one rattles in. So Rochelle 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Lead is 7, 17-10 Seahawks. Ingram on the near sideline, defended by Jackson, trying to shake free. He'll drive in the corner to Bryan. Bryan, little contact, no good with the shot. Mayo, the rebound brought away for Eastern Kentucky. Off to Hawkins. Hawkins on the right wing to the hands of Powell. Powell drives. Powell shot blocked by Bryan. He comes up with it off the glass. Now to Ponder. Ponder. Ooh, big screen by Bryan. Ponder drives. Double clutch shot. Count it. And he gets fouled by Mayo. Boy, great job by Ponder, who just hung in the air. The double clutch to get that around the outstretched arms of Mayo. A nice job here. As Craig Ponder, not quite the start that he had offensively on Friday against Milligan, but attacking and taking it right to the 6'9" Nick Mayo. And so Ponder will go to the free throw line, trying to get a three-point play the hard way. And no good, rims out. Brought away by Rochelle, 19-10, 9-point Seahawk lead, 8:40 to go here in the first half. This is the largest lead of the half for UNCW, as they have never trailed thus far. Hawkins near sideline. Fadeaway jumper too hard, long rebound tracked down by Jackson. Scoops it up, wouldn't drop. Baseline tipped around, and Ponder has it for UNCW. Ponder racing it down. The Seahawks may have some numbers all the way into Mayo. The shot no good for Ponder. He was trying to get the foul. No look down the court to Hawkins. Hawkins with a monster dunk in transition for Eastern Kentucky. And the lead now 7, 19-12. Seahawks up with 8 to go in the first half. Ingram to Aboda, top of the key, right side. Ingram, he'll drive in the corner to Sherwood, wide open three, no good off the back iron, and looked like Aboda was being held by Powell, and that is the case. So the first on Powell, the sixth on Eastern Kentucky, and that'll bring us to another media timeout. 7:49 left here in the first half. UNCW's lead is 7. They're up 19-12 here in Trask Coliseum. It's Seahawk basketball, driven by your Carolina Ford dealers.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal.
Announcing Ford Friends and Neighbors pricing at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Just log on to Ford.com, and the low price you see there, that's the low price you'll pay.
You don't have to negotiate. It's hassle-free. But you have to get to your Ford dealer now if you want to get in on this deal.
Ford Friends and Neighbors pricing.
It's an inside deal, now for everyone. Available at participating dealers only. Take new retail delivery from dealer stock by 1/4/16. See dealer for complete details.
In a perfect world, every meal would be at Buffalo Wild Wings. But sometimes, you just can't get here. That's why we're bringing some of the best of wings to you with Buffalo Wild Wings Takeout. Now, whether it's for you or you and your whole office, you can bring our hand-spun wings, 16 signature sauces, 5 seasonings, appetizers, burgers, desserts, and more with you. And don't worry, the minute we figure out how to fit our big screens and craft beers on tap into the trunk of your car, we'll let you know.
Takeout for any party, any size. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
$7:49 to go in the first half. Seahawks up 19-12. I want to let you know that Chalk Talks with Coach Keats back this season at Blue Water Waterfront Grill in Wrightsville Beach. Enjoy a great buffet lunch starting at noon. Hear from Coach Kevin Keats along with his staff the day of 6 matchups. We've already had one of those games, or one of those Chalk Talks. So another one coming up this Saturday, November 21st. That'll be at noon, and then that night it'll be Western Michigan here in town with a 7 o'clock tip. So again, Chalk Talks with Coach Keats. Reserve a seat. Call 910-962-2498. That's 910-962-2498, or visit uncwsports.com for more information. Well, quick whistle. And it's going to be a foul on a hold. And that's going to be on Hawkins. First on Hawkins, now the 17th foul for Eastern Kentucky. So the Seahawks in the bonus, both teams in the bonus. 7:49 in the half, Seahawks up 19-12. And so wait to wipe up. Spot at the baseline there, Abota. One-on-one opportunity. Junior from Nigeria. The free throw is no good. Too hard. Now 0 for 3 to start this season for the free throw line. Eastern Kentucky gets the ball back. 19-12 our score. Hand off to Rochelle on the near sideline. Rochelle, left wing, nowhere to go. Bounce pass in the paint to Mayo. Nearly travels. Turns around. The shot short. Ingram had it, lost it, batted by Powell. Out to Hawkins. And kicks it out to Rochelle. A new 30 on the shot clock here. 20 currently as McGlone has it out front. Defended by Matthews. Off to Rochelle. Top of the key. Trying to drive. Lowers the shoulder shot. No good. Out of bounds. Last touched, I guess, by Chuck Abota. Not sure if that was actually a block or just a deflection. 11 seconds on the shot clock here. Baseline right. Quickly into Hawkins. Hawkins fouled by Abota. And the basket is good as well. So Chuck a hair late getting there. That'll be his first, UNCW's 10th foul. And Hawkins, a chance at a three-point play. He's got 6 points, a junior from Flint, Michigan. And the free throw is good. And so the Colonels creeping back. Just a 4-point Seahawk lead here. Ponder works on the far sideline. Jump pass to Ingram. Fakes a pass to Sherwood. Keeps it. Works in the right wing. Abota setting a screen. Frees him up. 3 on the way. Rattles in for Denzel Ingram. 9 for the junior off the bench. And it's 22-15. Rochelle passes to Hawkins away from the trap. Hawkins hands off back to Rochelle. Touching out for the reach in there nearly by Ponder as Hawkins gets it back. Backs it away. Wants to drive, and he carried the basketball, says William Humes. 6 turnover for Eastern Kentucky, and the Seahawks will get it back. That was a big 3 there for Ingram. After Eastern Kentucky looked like they were getting a little momentum. Extending that lead back to 7. Ingram on the near sideline. Defended by Powell. He'll drive in. Bounce pass down low to Matthews. Reverse layup, no good. Trying to get it back, he couldn't. Rochelle instead for Eastern Kentucky. Rochelle drives, blocked by Abota, out of bounds. Last touched by Eastern Kentucky as Rochelle hit the deck. He wanted a foul. Well, it looked like it was pretty clean up top. Maybe a little contact down below. Let's take a look. I think the momentum just took him out of bounds. So they say play on, no foul. The Seahawks get it back. Ponder will drive, pulls up from 15, no good. Halfway down, it popped out. Powell with it, brings it down near sideline. Looking inside, knocked away, though actually overrunning that pass was Rochelle. Matthews with it. Matthews to Ponder. Left side, Ponder, bank shot, good. And Ponder now with 6. Seahawks up 24-15, and a timeout taken by Dan McHale. We'll keep things here with his 30-second timeout as UNCW did a great job again. That 3 by Ingram answering just as Eastern Kentucky was starting to get some momentum. And UNCW coming right back, and again down low it's Ponder. 6 points coming off the career high tying 26 he had on Friday. Well, again, a lot of ties between these two teams. The coaching staffs, Kevin Keats, Dan McHale, but also Casey Stanley, assistant coach for UNCW, spent, I believe it was a year at Minnesota under Richard Pitino with Dan McHale. So a lot of interest in this game. I understand there's folks from Louisville, Manhattan, Iona, Seton Hall, Minnesota, all watching the Seahawk Digital Network broadcast here tonight with a lot of interest in this. Seahawk fans, a lot of interest in Denzel Ingram, as you see right there. Waiting to see what he could do. Heard a lot about him last year, his transfer year sitting out, working on that scout team. But here as a true Seahawk with 9 points, leading scorer. Some pressure trying to slow down Eastern Kentucky. Jackson will bring it down. Near sideline. Off to McGlone. Actually, that's Weaver has it out front. Now to Rochelle. Rochelle, right side, nothing going there. Mayo with 10 on the shot clock. Looks inside, knocked away by Sherwood, getting it back. Nearly double dribble, deflected pass. Still alive, Rochelle, and now he and Sherwood collide. I think it's going to be a foul on Sherwood. No, they're going to say it's on Ponder. So the first foul on Craig Ponder. The Seahawks over the limit. So 2 free throws now for Jarrell Rochelle. The Seahawks, a little bit of foul trouble here. Talley has 2, Bryce with 2, Flemings with 2, Kaycock with 2. So those guys we haven't seen much on the floor. As Rochelle hits the first of 2. Right now it's been Rochelle and Hawkins combining for 15 of the 16 points. Greg King, the other point for the free throw line for Eastern Kentucky. Next free throw is good as Rochelle creeps toward a double-figure night. 9 points now. 24-17, the lead 7 for UNCW. 5:13 in the first half. Ingram over the stripe. On the bounce pass from Ponder and a reach-in foul. That'll be whistled in charge to Dewante Weaver. First on Weaver and the 8th team foul on Eastern Kentucky, and UNCW will get to the stripe. 51 free throw attempts on Friday, a new school record for UNCW. Their coach would like them to hit a little bit more than they did, about 67% in that win. As Ingram, front end of the 101 is good. Ingram with 10 points here in his Seahawk debut. Not a big kid, 6 foot, 170. He's a guy that can fill it up, though. Was 3rd in Conference USA in three-point percentage at 44% before transferring away from Charlotte. It's both free throws, 26-17 now. UNCW extending that lead to 9 once again. They've never led by more than that. Down low and kicked. No, they're going to call a foul for the baseline, I believe, on Abota. So for Chuck Abota, his second. More free throws here for Eastern Kentucky as Greg King will shoot 2. So Abota becomes the 5th Seahawk with 2 fouls. And the free throw is no good for King, sophomore from Georgia. Marcus Bryant in. Abota exits, so the Seahawks go a little bit shorter here. Bryant, 6'7", 225 pounds, a sophomore out of Raleigh. Too hard off the back iron. Rebound, the baseline, battle for it. Last touch by Eastern Kentucky. And Weaver as it goes out of bounds, so the Seahawks get it back. Ingram in the backcourt. Lobs it down the floor to Ponder. Fleming's back on the floor with 2 personal fouls. Bryan and Sherwood rounding out the 5. Marcus Bryant sets a screen. Pass near sideline to Ingram. He'll penetrate down low to Sherwood. Count the basket, who just laid it up and in. Nice feed again, this time by Denzel Ingram. And the lead 11 for UNCW. 4:30 left first half. Rochelle off to Hawkins. Hawkins on the drive, runs into Bryant, kicks it out. Weaver jumper from the baseline is good. Dewante Weaver, a freshman from Louisville, makes it 28-19. Nearing 4 minutes left first half. Seahawks have led throughout. Ponder on the drive, nearly travels, drops it off to Bryan. Bryan inside. Bryan with the right hand halfway down, popped out, but he'll get a trip to the free throw line. That foul goes against Greg King, second on him, and the 9th on Eastern Kentucky. So Marcus Bryan will shoot 2, has yet to get into the scoring column. And a little bit short here. He did a great job getting to the free throw line Friday, but only made half of his 10 attempts. That's where he got all his points. 5 points, 7 rebounds. in that win against the Buffaloes. Hits the second one here, so stays true to form. Still 50% from the stripe on the season. 29-19 Sherwood. A little bit of contact, and the pushing Rochelle out of bounds will be whistled for his first foul. Again, freedom of movement. They're not going to allow pushing, getting your hand on the guy with the basketball. A lot of whistles here. Seahawks with 13 personal fouls, 9 for Eastern Kentucky in this game. Rochelle going back to the free throw line. And he connects. 10 points now for Rochelle. And 6 of those 10 coming from the stripe. One more. He missed his very first one, has made 6 straight. And it's in and out. Tipped around, rebound Sherwood for UNCW. A 9-point Seahawk lead. Ponder across the floor to Ingram. Long three, no good. Tip up by Sherwood. Kept it alive, did Sherwood. And able to score a 31-20, 11-point lead again as Sherwood has 9 in a starting role tonight. Rochelle backs it away. Just outside the center jump circle. Moving it to the left wing. To Hawkins between the circles. Inside. Into the hands of Pratt. Pratt Jr. high off the glass. And the shot good for Anthony Pratt Jr. Freshman from the Bahamas. 31-22, the lead now 9 here for UNCW. Ponder, a little push off, no foul. Right side Ingram. Across the court to Ponder. Jab step with the left, drives right, gives off to Ingram, all the way in, out to Flemings. 3 from the wing, no good. Rebound, put back Sherwood with a left hand. Dylan Sherwood taking over here in the last couple of trips on the offensive glass, and the lead 11 once again. 33-22, 2:53 left, first frame. Rochelle on the right side, defended by Sherwood. From the Seahawk bench, gets it away now to the hands of Hawkins. Hawkins moves it right, spins back on the double team. McGlone, the 3, left side, high arcing 3 is good. Junior from Lancaster, Ohio, makes it 33-25, 2:27 left, and a foul out front. McGlone, the guilty party, picks up his first, the 10th for the Colonels. That'll bring us to a timeout. The Seahawks free throws when we get back. 33-25, UNCW out ahead of Eastern Kentucky as graduate senior Dylan Sherwood 11 points here tonight. We'll take a break. It's Seahawk basketball driven by your Carolina Ford dealers.
Last year, UNCW men's basketball won the regular season CAA title under first-year head coach Kevin Keats. Year 2 is sure to be even better as the Seahawks plan to run, defend, and win. Season tickets are on sale now for as low as $99. Call 1-800-808-UNCW. That's 1-800-808-UNCW. Or visit UNCWsports.com to order your tickets today. Women's basketball tickets and Super Seahawk passes are also on sale now.
Last call. How are you getting home tonight?
Don't worry about that, man. I got it.
If you drink and drive, you will be caught. Plan ahead before you have your first drink. There are more ways than ever to get home safely. Call a sober friend, call a taxi, take public transportation, or use an app on your smartphone. Whatever you do, don't drink and drive. You're smarter than that. Brought to you by the Governor's Highway Safety Program and Booze It and Lose It.
It's been Dylan Sherwood taking over things here recently for UNCW, doing a great job on the glass. For the game, he's got 11 points and 5 rebounds as well. The pass from Ingram there and the layup for Sherwood. Ingram, the miss, but the tip up with the right hand by Sherwood. And once again, Fleming's a 3, another miss, but right there is Dylan Sherwood. So Sherwood taking control here recently for the Seahawks. Now the timeout. Craig Ponder will shoot. Shooting 2. 2:26 left. Seahawks have 33-25 here in this first half. And the free throw high arcing shot is good. A little low scoring for a while, but from timeout to timeout, a combined 27 points were scored. UNCW with 14 and Eastern Kentucky with 13. So scoring picking up a bit. Next free throw good. Ponder with 8 tonight. The trap, right side, Rochelle, and it's going to be an offensive foul hooking around. Who else? Dylan Sherwood, who helped out with the trap there. So Rochelle's second. No free throws here, but the Seahawks do get the ball. Ingram will inbound. It's Ingram, Bryan, Ponder, Flemings, and Sherwood. The Seahawks up 10, led by as much as 11. Ponder in the right corner. Dribble to the left wing, crosses over and loses the handle. Powell down the floor to Hawkins. Hawkins, the Euro step, the layup with the left hand is good for Javante Hawkins. 35-27, Seahawks up by 8. Nearing 2 minutes left. Ingram top of the key, hands off to Ponder. Ponder crosses over, almost lost it once more with Powell playing some good defense. Ponder will drive in, and on his way in, he's fouled. Tripped up. And that foul goes against Jamil Powell, the second on Powell. And once again, it'll be Craig Ponder getting to the free throw line. It was 7 of 8 from the stripe against Milligan Friday night. And so far, here he's 2 for 3. Pretty good first halves, though, from another new member of the Seahawks. Denzel Ingram with 11 points, Sherwood with 11. Not quite a big night tonight for the freshman as it's been in the exhibition and against Milligan, as a free throw here is too hard. Mike Vaccaro here with statistician Johnny Everett. Reminding me that the Seahawks, again, have never trailed so far in this game. Eastern Kentucky started 0 for 10 from the field, Curley 8 for 24. UNCW 13 for 31, shooting 42%. As a second free throw is good. Give Ponder 9, it's 36-27. 1:45 in the first half. McGlone trap passes to Hawkins. Across the court now to Powell. Powell blocked by Bryan. Marcus Bryan comes up with it underhands to Ingram. He couldn't get it. Bryan gets it right back. Ponder in the corner, Sherwood. Sherwood 3, no good this time. Brought away by Hawkins. Hawkins brings it down right to left. Drives into Bryan. The shot no good. Rebound Matthews. Seahawks on the run. Down the floor to Sherwood. Redirects. Layup with the left hand is good. Dylan Sherwood, what a half he's having. 13 points. He's only 3 shy of his career high. 38-27. Seahawks out ahead. Nearing 1 minute left. Deflected pass and stolen out by Ingram. Ingram on the break. Driving on Powell with the left hand. No good. Tipped. And rebound brought away by Hawkins. Maybe a little bit too quick there, as Kevin Keats didn't like that one. 11-point Seahawk advantage. McGlone works out front, defended by Matthews. Hands off on the right side to Bluford. And out of Powell. High post, they get it to Pratt. Near sideline to Hawkins. Hawkins moves right. And he traveled with it, actually palmed it. So the second time we've had that call, as William Humes emphatically shows us what happened. And Kevin Keats and the Seahawks will burn a timeout, the 32nd timeout that does not carry over to the second half. 38-27, UNCW. Never too early to start voting for the All-Star Flags All-Star of the game. Follow me at Radio Mike V and All-Star Flags at All-Star Flags. And send us your vote using hashtag UNCW All-Star. The top vote getter will be tonight's All-Star. One voter will win a UNCW Garden flag at compliments of All-Star Flags. And if they give out that award at halftime, it would probably be Dylan Sherwood right now. 13 points for Dylan Sherwood on 6 of 10 shooting. 1 of 5 from 3, but he's getting to the glass and getting some offensive putbacks. He's got 5 rebounds to go along with those 13 points. As far as double-figure scorers, it is Sherwood with 13, Ingram with 11, and Rochelle with 10 for Eastern Kentucky. 38-27. fifth-year senior, actually a graduate student, got his bachelor's degree, did Sherwood, had a chance to go elsewhere for one season, but wanted to stay here. He felt this could be a big year for UNCW, wanted to be a part of it. Tenths of seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so the shot clock stays on, but the Seahawks can play for the final shot here. Up 11. Ingram just outside the center jump circle. 6 on the shot clock. He'll attack off to Matthews. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. A high arcing three, no good. Rebound, Sherwood the putback at the buzzer off the mark. Oh, it's been that kind of half. You figured that one was going to drop, but just a little bit off the mark. And the Seahawks, though, will settle for a double-digit halftime lead. Up by 11. 38-27, our halftime score for UNCW. A very good first half against this Eastern Kentucky Colonel squad. Stay with us. We'll take a break. Back with our halftime show. Special guest coming up is Paul Kearney, women's soccer head coach, to talk about some big things from his Seahawks. We'll have him a little bit later on after these messages. It's Seahawk basketball driven by your Carolina Ford dealers.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging.
So the Seahawks up now by 16 here. And a quick spurt to open up this second frame as Nick Mayo will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 10 points against Coppin State. Friday night is yet to score until right there as the free throw rattles in. Gatorade Maine Boys Basketball Player of the Year out of Oakland, Maine. Devontae Kaycock with 2 fouls will take the place of Abodo, who sits right next to Kevin Keats before making his way to the end of the bench as the second free throw is good for Mayo. 43-29 Seahawks. About a minute into this second half. Ponder on the far sideline, handling the basketball for UNCW. No looks it down low to Kaycock, who lays it up and in. Boy, just whipped that pass to the baseline, and now it sets up the press for UNCW. Rochelle to McGlone. Right side. Across the court to Mayo. The baseline drives in, and the reverse dunk for the 6'9", freshman. 45-31. Seahawks lead is 14. Ponder on the far sideline. Has it top of the key. Drives in all the way with the left hand, no good. Sherwood the rebound, but snatched away there by Hawkins. And Hawkins will bring it down. Left side, Rochelle, back to Hawkins. Across the court to Powell. Right side, Mayo, trying to get to the hot hand here on the blocks. Kicks it out to Rochelle, right back on the entry pass to Mayo. Mayo, hook shot, left hand, good. A little sweeping, a hook for the freshman. And it's 45-33. Mayo with all 6 points for Eastern Kentucky in this second half. Ponder brings the ball down. Left-hand dribble, angles toward the near sideline. Across the offense to Bryce. And away from the ball. Kaycock and Hawkins battling. It's going to be a foul on Hawkins. 2 fouls on Hawkins, a junior from Flint, Michigan. The first foul here for Eastern Kentucky in the half. Kaycock will sit. Marcus Bryant takes his place. Baseline right, Ponder to inbound for UNCW. A deflected pass got it to C.J. Bryce, far sideline in front of the Seahawk bench. Dribbles up the sideline, back to Ponder on the right wing. Bounce pass. Oh, it looked like a bounce pass initially coming to Bryce's way, but Ponder keeps it. The fadeaway is good. Ponder with 13, and the Seahawks up 47-33. Mayo driving and nearly coming up to the ball was Bryan, but Marcus Bryan will pick up the foul instead. That'll be his first and UNCW's second. Take a look at the highlight here on the jumper from Ponder. There's too much space allowed by Mayo. And as Mayo goes back to the free throw line shooting 2, another free throw is good. And another one good. So Mayo, perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line here all in this half, now at 8 points. It's 47-35, Seahawks up 12. Ponder on the right wing. Defended by Mayo on the switch. Near sideline, Bryce in the corner, Sherwood. Good job coming out there to defend by Hawkins. Work on the right side, back to Ponder. Reach in, foul on Mayo. Second on Mayo. It'll be the second on the Colonels as well. So again, for the baseline, it'll be triggered in by Ponder. Bounce pass to Bryan, a little bit low pass, and it's stolen by Rochelle. Down the court to Mayo. Mayo drives, the scoop no good. At the baseline, Ponder had it, lost it, but there's a foul somewhere in there. And that foul goes against Jamil Powell. Third on Powell. It'll be the third on Eastern Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky out of the OVC picked to finish third in the East Division behind Belmont and Morehead State. Murray State picked to win the West, and that is where former UNCW assistant coach Matt McMahon, now the head coach of the Racers. Good to see him get an opportunity. Steve Prom going to Iowa State. 47-35, driving Ingram, bounce pass to Sherwood. Too much defense, gets it away to Flemings, but he stepped on the far sideline, and the Seahawks turn it over. 12-point lead here. It was 11 at halftime. The Seahawks a quick spurt to start this second half. Into McGlone, who almost lost it because of the wingspan there of Flemings. Now in the hands of Hawkins, who brings it down. 16-24 here in the second half. Seahawks up 12. Powell on the right wing. In the corner to Hawkins. Hawkins on the drive. Hawkins underneath the basket. Count the basket, and a foul coming on UNCW. That'll go against Marcus Bryan. So 2 on Bryan, 3 for UNCW, and Hawkins to the free throw line. 47-37. Trying to get this lead below double figures. As Hawkins perfect from the stripe. 3 for 3, make it 4 for 4. 47-38. Ingram. Far sideline to Ponder. Near sideline, Ingram open for a 3 from the wing. It's badly off the mark right side. Off the glass taken by Rochelle. Rochelle drives off to Mayo at the baseline. Mayo trying to back in. The pass knocked away by Bryan. Keeps it away from the defense to Ingram. Ingram will drive, bounce past Flemings. Flemings trying to redirect it, but he hit the side of the backboard. Rochelle the other way. Blocked by Bryan. Taken away now by Sherwood, and the Seahawks get it right back. Boy, at 6'7", he's not as big as some other guys out there, Marcus Bryan, but he's got some good timing. A couple of blocks here in this game. Ponder hands off to Ingram, the lob to Sherwood, and trying to come up with the ball. Hawkins will foul him. It'll be the third on Hawkins and the fourth on Eastern Kentucky, and that'll bring us to our Reed's Jewelers timeout. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Independence Mall and Mayfair Town Center for stunning diamonds, high-quality timepieces, and the best customer service in the jewelry industry. Reed's Jewelers, your family-owned jeweler, trusted for generations. 15-24 to go in the second half. Seahawks up 47-38. It's Seahawk basketball, driven by your Carolina Ford dealers.
The clock's ticking. You're driving for the last shot. Do you take it to the hole or shoot the J? Tough choice. Like choosing between the 2015 Ford F-150 or the 2015 Ford Mustang. Both with an available EcoBoost engine delivering power plus performance. Which means no matter which American legend you choose, it'll be the right choice. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer, proud sponsor of today's game.
Is breakfast really the most important meal of the day? At Buffalo Wild Wings, we think a case can be made for lunch. Think about it. Award-winning hand-spun wings in 16 signature sauces and 5 seasonings, Buffalitos, wraps, burgers, and salads. Yeah, we're thinking that's a pretty good argument. Now throw in the fact that we've got over 50 big screens to watch all the sports you'll ever want. It's officially a no-brainer. So next time, make lunch your game-winning meal.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
15-24, second half. Seahawks up 47-38. Mike Vaccaro here. Johnny Everett on the stats. Robert Warren, Teleproductions crew. And Johnny on the spot telling me that Nick Mayo scoreless in the first half. 8 points here in this second half, the first 4+ minutes of the half. So Mayo has kind of heated up a little bit for Eastern Kentucky. The Seahawks up 47-38 with the ball. Tally into Sherwood, who not only with 13 points, 7 rebounds here tonight, tying his career high. Had 7 rebounds twice last against Drexel, last January 31st. Flemings gives to Ingram, top of the key against his zone, drives in, bounce pass to Bryan, jumper for the right baseline, no good, rebounded by Ingram, and then he lost it. Mayo up with it. Mayo on the break, and the layup is good for Nick Mayo, coming alive, matching the 10 he had Friday, and the freshman makes it 47-40. 7-point lead for UNCW, the closest Eastern Kentucky's been in a while, driving, and the shot no good by Tally, tipped around, ball still loose, Tally comes up with it, Tally will scoop it up, off the glass, it's good, and he's fouled. Well, he was kind of complaining that he didn't get a foul on the initial shot, but then had a second crack as the ball made its way to him, and able to drive and take a little contact, and look at that English. Off the glass to score first points of this new season for Jordan Tally. McGlone the foul, his second, the team's 5th for Eastern Kentucky, 49-40. And that'll make it a double-digit lead again on the free throw, 50-40. 14:36 left. They trap in the corner. McGlone passes out to Bluford on the far sideline. Brings it down the floor in the wing. Into the hands now, McGlone. He'll set it up. Off to Mayo, the hot hand this half. Defended by Sherwood. He'll drive, passes it out to King. Jumper at the free throw line, short. Rebound Bryan, now to Tally. Here come the Seahawks going right to left. Near sideline Flemings. Flemings will knife in. Left baseline Ingram. Jumper good. Denzel Ingram on the penetration by Flemings. It freed him up at the baseline, and it's 52-40. Rochelle, far sideline, gets the pass, drives it in, looking for King, nearly overran it. Blocked by Flemings. Bryan up with it for UNCW. Now to Tally. Bounce pass ahead to Ingram. Ingram right to Sherwood. Feet set, 3. Net! Dylan Sherwood matching his career high with 16 and forcing Dan McHale to call a timeout. And we'll take it along with them with 13:42 to go in this second half. Seahawks up by 15, 55-40. Great job for Dylan Sherwood, tying his career high with 16 tonight. It's Seahawk basketball, driven by your Carolina Ford dealers.
Last year, UNCW men's basketball won the regular season CAA title under first-year head coach Kevin Keats. Year 2 is sure to be even better as the Seahawks plan to run, defend, and win. Season tickets are on sale now for as low as $99. Call 1-800-808-UNCW. That's 1-800-808-UNCW. Or visit uncwsports.com to order your tickets today. Women's basketball tickets and Super Seahawk passes are also on sale now.
Last call. How are you getting home tonight?
Don't worry about that, man. I got it.
If you drink and drive, you will be caught. Plan ahead before you have your first drink. There are more ways than ever to get home safely. Call a sober friend, call a taxi, take public transportation, or use an app on your smartphone. Whatever you do, don't drink and drive. You're smarter than that. Brought to you by the Governor's Highway Safety Program and Booze It and Lose It.
.42 second half. Seahawks up by 15 points now. It was a game of runs there for a little moment. Eastern Kentucky went on a 7-0 run, but the Seahawks in 55 seconds answered on an 8-0 run. So lead by 15. The largest lead has been 16 for UNCW. Eastern Kentucky has never led so far here in this game. But a big, big night, to say the least, from Dylan Sherwood. Career high tying 16 points. Career high tying 7 rebounds as well for the graduate forward for UNCW. Pressure for the Seahawks. Get the ball in to Jackson, and he palms the ball the third time that William Humes has made that call here tonight. Our referees. So a turnover on the timeout by Jackson and the Colonels. Their 14th turnover of the game. Talley, Flemings, Sherwood, Bryan, and Ingram. A lot of weapons for UNCW. Sherwood between the circles. Right side to Talley. Jabs left, goes right off to Ingram. Jumper left side, no good. As it rolled out and out of bounds. Last touch by Rochelle. Goes into the stands. 3,585 official attendance here for this game. Again, really good student support here filled in. Bounce it into Bryan. Talley gets it back. Talley will drive. Talley deflected by Mayo, taken by Rochelle off the glass, and a little cheapy foul there called on Dylan Sherwood. Well, a few things he hasn't done well. Just a second personal foul, though, and the fourth for UNCW. Rochelle breaks the press, drives in, scoops it up, no good. King couldn't handle the rebound, but now he gets it. Brought it down, almost lost it. A hook shot with the right hand for Greg King connects. 55-42, 13-point Seahawk lead, 12:50 left in this game. Ingram defended tightly by Jackson. Double team comes, passes to Bryan. Bryan will drive down the lane. The bank shot too hard. And Rochelle nearly tripped up by Sherwood. Rochelle able to stay on his feet. Near sideline, Bluford, right wing. And off now to Rochelle. They'll set it up in the half court here. Jackson on the left wing, defended by Ingram. Off now to Bluford. Long three is good. Boy, he handed his face as well. KJ Bluford, first points of the night for the senior from Minneapolis. Is 55-45. The lead is 10 for UNCW. Bryan bounce pass to Flemings on the wing. He'll drive, runs into two defenders, knocks over one, and that's going to be a charge. Flemings, his third personal, and the team's fifth. So wild three for Bluford, and now a charging call on Flemings. Eastern Kentucky trying to get a run together here. Well, the Seahawks up by 10. The lead was 11 at halftime. Ballooned to as much as 16. Early in the half, Jackson and Talley both hit the deck. They say play on. Mayo gets it now. Back to Jackson. Jabs right, moves left, and Talley. A little incidental contact, but Talley whistled for his third personal foul. UNCW's sixth. And that'll bring us to an immediate timeout. 11:51 left now in this second half. Seahawks up by double figures to a 10-point Seahawk advantage as we head to break at Seahawk basketball, driven by your Carolina Ford dealers.
What makes me me?
Well, my favorite color.
The day I got my driver's license. Got the promotion. Traveled abroad. The first day I met him.
It's my story. It's my story.
It's my story.
It's my Pandora jewelry.
Start on your story today with Pandora Jewelry from Reed's Jewelers. You'll find the perfect Pandora charm for each of your unforgettable moments in store and online at Reeds.com. Reed's Jewelers, your family-owned jeweler. Trusted for generations.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags. Or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
55-45, 11:51 to go in this game. Get your votes in now. Our All-Star Flags, All-Star of the game. Follow me at Radio Mike V. Follow All-Star Flags at All-Star Flags. And then send your vote to us using hashtag UNCW All-Star. The top vote getter will be tonight's All-Star, and one voter will win a UNCW Garden Flag compliments of All-Star Flags. Is it Dylan Sherwood, tying career highs with 16 points, 7 rebounds? Is it Denzel Ingram? First time in a Seahawk uniform on the court, 13 points off the bench, 13 for Ponder here tonight as well. In the corner, blue for 3, no good this time. The Seahawks with Jordan Talley coming away with it. Ponder wants on the near sideline. He gets it now on the wing. Inside to Aboda and lost it going up. But it's knocked out of his hands by the defense. It'll stay with UNCW. Both teams have had some runs here in this second half. Baseline left. Talley bounces it into Aboda, gathers it, and goes glass. Chuck Aboda, the junior from Enugu, Nigeria, with 4 points now, and the Seahawks extend the lead to 12, 57-45. Mark Matthews out front defending Jackson. It's Matthews, Ponder, Talley, and another carrying violation called by William Humes. So palming that basketball. That's been a call he's made now 4 times here tonight. Jackson will exit. He's been the one that's gotten that call more than anybody else. Bluford out as well. McGlone, and on the court again is DeWante Weaver. Talley off to Ponder on the far sideline. Moda sets a screen. Talley steps into a 3, a little bit short. Bryan kept it alive, but right there to come up with it was Weaver. Weaver will drive on Ponder. Shot no good. Ball is loose. It's going to be a foul on King coming from behind, knocking over Talley. So Greg King, he was wondering where that foul was. The sophomore from Georgia picks up his 3rd, and it'll be the 6th on Eastern Kentucky. Bryan into the hands of Ponder. Off now to Talley near sideline. Haven't seen quite the pressure in the backcourt from Eastern Kentucky as we've seen from UNCW. Talley right side, Ponder open for a 3, and he connects. Craig Ponder, he's got 16 now, 7 in this half, and it's 60-45. And the Seahawks out ahead as they connect on their 6th 3 tonight. McGlone, DeMayo spinning, shooting off the mark, and rebounded by Chuck as he tried to keep it in, knocked out of his hands. Last touch by the Colonels. It'll be UNCW basketball. Those 6 threes here tonight. The Seahawks 6 of 19, 32% from long range, matching the 6 they had against Milligan on Friday. It's good when it comes to our buckets for the Battleship. We'll talk about that and have a total for that during the postgame show. Seahawks up 15 with the ball at the 10-minute mark of the second half. Talley, top of the key. Hands off to Ponder. Ponder goes left. Defended there by Pratt to Talley. Talley 3, no good. At the baseline, Matthews kept it alive, but it's tracked down by Weaver for Eastern Kentucky. Into the hands of Hawkins. He didn't establish himself over half court before he got that pass. So it's a violation and a turnover here for Eastern Kentucky. Those guys getting a little frustrated here. The 15th turnover for the Colonels. Dan McHale wanted an explanation there. He got it. Probably doesn't like what he heard, though, from William Humes, our referee. Talley in the backcourt. Over half court in the far sideline. McGlone defends. No closely guarded anymore with the dribble. Only when you pick up your dribble. One of the 30-plus rule changes this year in college basketball. 15 on the shot clock now. Near sideline, Ponder steps into a 3 from the wing. It's too hard. Gets his miss. Drops it down low to Chuck. Chuck, reverse layup. Chuck Aboda with 6 now. It's 62-45 Seahawks. Nearing 9 minutes left in the second half. Hawkins hands off to Rochelle. Goes right. Defended by Aboda. Circles it out. Now to Hawkins. Hawkins spinning, nowhere to go. 10 on the shot clock here for Eastern Kentucky. Hawkins drives, stuck. Across to Weaver, the three, no good. Aboda the rebound, hands off to Tally. Seahawks with some numbers. Right side Ponder in the corner. Matthews shot fake, drives across the court to Tally. Tally, three from the corner is no good. Batted out of bounds. Last touched there by Anthony Pratt Jr. and the Seahawks will keep it. Some good looks. And that time they worked that ball around well. Seahawks have been very unselfish here. 14 assists on 24 made field goals for UNCW. Ingram looking inside. Instead to Aboda. Gets a handoff back. Turnaround jumper three. No good. Batted out. Ingram there. Fouled, or knocked away from behind, I should say. And it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by UNCW. Still a 7-0 run currently for UNCW, even though they're one for their last 5 field goals. 62-45 UNCW. 8:15 and counting. Rochelle on the right wing. He'll take a three and he'll hit it over Aboda's outstretched arms. Rochelle, 13 points, but his first points of the second half. He had 10 at the intermission. 62-48. Ponder on the far sideline, defended by Powell in front of Kevin Keats, his head coach. Ponder looks it into the corner to Bryan. He'll race inside, splits the defense, count the basket, and a foul. No, they're going to say a charging foul on Marcus Bryan, and unlike in the past, you cannot get points even if you release it before the contact. The third foul on Bryan will be the 7th on the Seahawks and bring us to a media timeout. 7:49 to go here in this second half. The Seahawks up 62-48. It's Seahawk basketball, driven by your Carolina Ford dealers.
Last year, UNCW men's basketball won the regular season CAA title under first-year head coach Kevin Keats. Year 2 is sure to be even better as the Seahawks plan to run, defend, and win. Season tickets are on sale now for as low as $99. Call 1-800-808-UNCW. That's 1-800-808-UNCW. Or visit UNCWsports.com to order your tickets today. Women's basketball tickets and Super Seahawk passes are also on sale now.
All right, who's not wearing their seatbelt?
What? I'm in the back seat.
It doesn't matter where you are in the car. You still have to wear your seatbelt.
Yeah, it's the law.
Come on. These tickets weren't cheap.
Seriously, I've been waiting for this for months.
Okay, let's go.
If you don't buckle your seatbelt, you could miss a lot more than the game. Remember, in North Carolina, everyone needs to wear a seatbelt. It's the law. Click it or ticket. Every seat, every time.
Sammy Seahawk taking in this one tonight, liking what he's seeing so far with the Seahawks up 62-48, 7:49 left. Here inside Trask Coliseum, back-to-back home games for the Seahawks, trying to go to 2-0 for the first time since 2008. Seahawks that year were at home against Appalachian State and Troy and won back-to-back games and again started 2-0. So a chance to do that here tonight. They have led throughout this game and looking at pretty good. Pressure is on. McGlone will get the inbounds pass. Largest lead has been 17, currently 14 for UNCW. Hawkins into the hands of Rochelle. Defended by Ingram. Moving it right. A lob down low, but it's knocked away by Ponder. Right to Ingram. And Ingram will control. Down the court to Ponder on the right side. He'll drive in all the way and fouled. Fouled by Anthony Pratt Jr. The freshman from the Bahamas will pick up his first foul and the 7th for Eastern Kentucky. And we'll see Craig Ponder back to the free throw line. 3 for 5 here tonight, 16 points for Ponder to back up that 26 he had against Milligan on Friday. free throw is good. I'm going to say a reach-in foul, so that was one on the bonus now here for Ponder. Hargrave Military Academy product, played for Kevin Keats there. Now his second season here playing for Keats. The free throw is no good. Bryce tried to save it, but couldn't at the baseline. And it'll be Eastern Kentucky ball, 63-48, Seahawks up 15. Hawkins to do the inbounding, gets it in to Rochelle. On the far sideline, defended well by Ingram. Going to bring the ball down the floor. McGlone now will set it up with 18 on the shot clock here in the half court. Defended by C.J. Bryce. Inside, or high post rather, to Mayo. Down to the right block, spins. The shot no good. Tipped around, Rochelle, Ponder, and Bryce all there. It's going to be a foul, looks like, on C.J. Bryce. Third on Bryce and the 8th on UNCW with 6:55 left. And in the bonus is Eastern Kentucky now for the first time. So Rochelle will have a one-on-one opportunity. Seahawks have done a good job on him defensively in the second half as the free throw is good off the glass. Have another one coming up. Only 4 points in the second half, almost like they did against Kurt Brooks Friday for Milligan, who had 10 points, came in averaging 21. The Seahawks able to shut him down. A lot of pride in the defensive effort here for UNCW. And the second free throw is good. 63-50, the lead 13. Some pressure now by Eastern Kentucky. Ingram down the court to Sherwood. 3-on-2. We'll back it away to Ponder. Trying to use a little clock here, set it up. 20 on the shot clock, but it's going to be another palming call by William Humes. So, again, we've seen him make that call a number of times. I think the first time against a Seahawk player. Turnover the 13th now for UNCW after only 8 Friday. 63-50. And the Seahawks lead is 13. Mayo on the right wing, defended by Bryan. Down low now to Rochelle on the blocks against the shorter Ingram. Spins baseline. The shot from behind nearly blocked by Bryan, and rebound brought away by Sherwood. So Dylan Sherwood with a new career high now with 8 rebounds. Driving in Ponder with the left hand. Just stepped through traffic and able to score. 6:12 left. Seahawks up 15. Hawkins will drive. Hawkins all the way. Bank shot good, and Bryan the foul. Boy, he was set up down low, but then he moved his body along with Hawkins, and that got him in trouble. So the 4th foul on Bryan. And the 19th foul. Hawkins with 14 points. He's had a habit of with some three-point plays here in this game. 65-52, 6:04 to go. Bryan comes out. Abota back on the floor. So Abota, Talley, Ingram, Ponder, and Sherwood. A very small lineup with the 3 guards on the court at the same time. Hawkins, this one is short. Rebound brought away by Abota. Holds it high. 6'9" Chuck Abota. Ingram brings it down. Defended out front by Powell. And it's going to be an illegal screen set by Abota. A little bit of a shoulder into it. And Kevin Keats just shakes his head on the sidelines for Abota. That is his 4th personal foul. So Abota and Bryan both with 4 now for UNCW. And test out that depth here in this game. McGlone on the far sideline. Mayo trying to set a screen. McGlone drives. Wild pass to Mayo. Mayo drives in. Hook shot with the right hand. No good. Batted out. Mayo tracks it down. A new 30-second shot clock to work with. Hawkins, a step back. It's a 2. It's a foul on Ponder inside the arc. He's got to watch with that leg kick. there's contact made with that leg kick this year, they could call a foul on Hawkins and not on the defender. So Hawkins will shoot 2. 19 points against Coppin State on Friday. This one is no good. He's got 14 tonight. I have not seen Trey Grundy at all tonight. A freshman out of Lexington, Kentucky, that we've seen in the exhibition and also against Milligan, but not off the bench thus far, though, again, with some foul trouble. They need to be called into service. A rebound on the miss by Abota. Talley comes up with it down the far sideline. In the corner to Sherwood. 3, no good. Rebound for Abota. And he is fouled. Boy, he's done a great job of holding on to that ball and keeping it high, taking advantage of his height. McGlone's third, the team's 8th. And again, you see, almost like a receiver in football, high pointing that ball, going up, getting it, and keeping it high for Chuck Abota. Abota at the stripe. One-on-one opportunity. He hits the first. Chuck tonight, now 7 points to go along with 9 rebounds. One off of his career high of 10. A lot of rebounding being done by he and Dylan Sherwood. Overall, the Seahawks out rebounding Eastern Kentucky 42-32. Next free throw, up and bounced around, no good. Off the front end where it's rebounded by Rochelle. 66-52, the lead 14. Rochelle will drive and swat it out of bounds by Abota. Coming off the 6 blocks on Friday, and that gets the crowd going here. As we get another look coming at you, swatted away. 66-52, 5:05 left. Hawkins, baseline to Rochelle. Ball fake and got Sherwood off his feet, and Dylan Sherwood whistled for a foul. That'll be his 3rd. And so double bonus for Eastern Kentucky with 5 minutes left. Rochelle will go back to the free throw line. Team trailing, this is where they can come back. Rochelle, pretty good night, 8 of 10 from the stripe. Free throw is good, so 9 of 11. Seahawks 41% shooting in this game, 34% for Eastern Kentucky. The Seahawks 6 of 24 from 3, only 3 of 8 from three-point range for the Colonels. And both free throws good for Rochelle. That'll make it a 12-point Seahawk lead under 5 minutes left. Talley on the far sideline, defended there by Jackson. Puts on the brakes, goes left, off to Ponder. Backs it away now to Talley. Seahawks looking for a good shot. And Abota kind of got tangled up on the screen being set by Jackson, but Chuck Abota will foul out this game on the illegal screen. So another change, the Seahawks, or any team, when a player fouls out, they don't have as much time to make the substitution, but let's get another look at it. Not quite the movement that maybe the first screen that got him a foul had. And Chuck Abota, a nice game, but he'll foul out. 7 points, 9 rebounds. Shot 3 of 3 from the field. And 1 of 3 from the free throw line to get his 7 points. And you continue to see this young man get better and better every game. Junior from Nigeria at a High Point Christian Academy. Boy, those hands. A lot of fumbling with the basketball earlier in his career, but has done a great job correcting that. And so far has had a good start to the season. But now he'll have to watch Bluford. And the 3 is no good. He's fouled by Ingram. And that'll be 3 free throws coming up. The second foul on Denzel Ingram. 4:33 to go. 66-54. A lot of time with the way the free throws are starting to mount up here. Points with the clock stopped. KJ Bluford will have 3 opportunities here. And the free throw is good. Bluford started at Iowa State, played 7 games for the Cyclones, and then left in December, practiced at Northern Arizona, but did not play there. And then transferred here to Eastern Kentucky, as this one is in and out. So a lot of stops along the way for KJ Bluford. This free throw is too hard. Rebounded by Sherwood. Great job cleaning up the glass there. Sherwood now with 9 rebounds, adding to his career high, and a foul from behind on Bluford. And mock cheer from the Seahawk faithful. The second foul on Bluford, the 9th team foul. So free throws now for Talley and a 1-on-1 opportunity. So Jordan Talley dressed, but coach's decision, Kevin Keith says, to not play him Friday. Didn't start here in this game, but has come off the bench. And free throw is no good. Rebounded by Hawkins. Hawkins nearly palmed that ball. Offensive fouls. He knocks over Jordan Talley. So Javonte Hawkins picks up his 4th personal foul. Now 10 on Eastern Kentucky. Both teams in a double bonus, as you see it there. Nice job by Talley. Standing his ground, taking the contact, and drawing that charge. Eastern Kentucky, mentioned from Richmond, Kentucky, out of the Ohio Valley Conference. 3 straight 20-win seasons. Last year went to the CIT tournament, just like UNCW did. But it's a team that lost 72% of their scoring, 67% of their rebounding. Some talented players on this year's team that were sitting out. Hawkins from South Florida, the transfer, and Rochelle from Rhode Island. And again, they're trying to make up for a lot of offense that they lost. Seahawks up 11. Talley breaks the press, gives off to Ponder. This possession could get the clock down below 4 minutes. And it'll be 4:02 on a foul here by Jackson from behind. First on Jackson. And Talley will shoot 2. Jeff Neubauer, head coach for Eastern Kentucky, left to go to Fordham. So Dan McHale takes over the program on pretty good ground, as the free throw is good. 20th head coach at Eastern Kentucky, appointed as a head coach April 9th. Next free throw, that one is too hard. Long rebound into the hands of Rochelle. 67-55, 12-point Seahawk lead, 3:57 left. Jackson out front, goes left, off to Rochelle. Shot fake of the arc, drives in, knocked away by Talley. And off of Rochelle while he was out of bounds. So Jordan Talley on the deflection comes up with a turnover, and the Seahawks will have it after our final media timeout. 3:49 to go here in this second half of the Seahawks, maintaining the double-digit lead, up 67-55 as we head to break. It's Seahawk basketball, driven by your Carolina Ford dealers.
Okay, Seahawks fans, here's a credit card you'll root for. It's the Alliance Credit Union Visa Rewards Credit Card. Earn 1% on all net purchases up to $1,000 per year, no annual fee, and a 4.99% introductory APR for 9 months. Visit AllianceCreditUnion.org to get yours today. Qualification based on individual credit worthiness. Program subject to change without notice. For current rates, terms, and conditions, call 800-232-8669.
At the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Wilmington, they know you have many hotel choices, and it's their goal to ensure that your visit is the very best it can be. Every day, their staff goes above and beyond to meet the needs of their guests in creating an experience unlike what any other hotel offers. From their comfy pillow top beds to their extensive Express Start complimentary breakfast, you'll be impressed at every turn. Whether visiting for business or pleasure, you'll find their central location to be ideal. They're less than a mile from UNC Wilmington and and a short 5 miles from both the beach and Wilmington's historic downtown. Think of them the next time your travels take you to Wilmington. The Holiday Inn Express, Wilmington University Center.
.349 left, second half. Seahawks up by 12. Don't forget the Seahawks next home on Saturday, taking on Western Michigan. But before that, it's Chalk Talk at Blue Water Waterfront Grill at Riceville Beach. Enjoy a great noon lunch buffet. And hear from Kevin Keats and his staff as they'll break down the Broncos. Get you set for that game. Again, that is this Saturday at noon at Blue Water Waterfront Grill. Reserve your seat. Call 962-2498 or visit uncwsports.com for more information. That's Chalk Talk with Coach Keats. Seahawks ball out of the timeout after that turnover forced by Talley. Chant of Seahawks from the students and the crowd here tonight in Trask Coliseum. 3,500 plus. Talley to Ingram. 10 on the shot clock here for UNCW. Going right, Ingram off to Ponder with 3 on the shot clock, and he hits a 3. 22 for Ponder, so back-to-back 20-plus games for him to start this season, 70-55. Rochelle out of control. The foul, though, by Sherwood, I think. Let's see that call. I believe it is Sherwood. I think he said 30, but it's 20. Yeah, so Sherwood's fourth. And Rochelle will go back to the free throw line, shooting 2. .310 left. And the free throw, no good. Touched almost every part of that rim before it fell off of the left side. Rochelle now 10 for 13 from the charity stripe here in this game. Next one short. Rebounded by Talley at the baseline. The Seahawks will get it back, up 15. Ponder, far sideline. Trying to use a little clock here. Talley near midcourt. 13 on the shot clock. Defended by McGlone. Goes right, driving in, and banks it in with the left hand. Jordan Talley now with 6. 72-55 UNCW, 2:35 left. Rochelle nearly traveled off to Hawkins. Hands off Bluford. Now out to Rochelle. A little weave out front. Hawkins with 15 on the shot clock. Drives, spins. Shot up and in for Javante Hawkins. 72-57, a near steal for Bluford. Talley off to Ingram. Right side now to Ponder and gets it back out front to Talley. Ingram another touch. You go short, but you got good ball handlers, good speed as well. Ponder will drive, jump stop in the paint with the left hand, connects again. Ponder with 24 now, 74-57, 1:52 to go. Driving in, Rochelle knocks over Bryan. It's going to be an offensive foul on Jarrell Rochelle, his third. You see the 2 arcs there. 4-foot arc is the men's arc down low. And Marcus Bryan maybe just outside that arc to get that charging call. 1:49 left, 74-57, Seahawks out ahead. Some of the fans heading to the exits. Feeling like this one is going to be win number 2 of the year. Talley to Ingram over the stripe near sideline. Right now, Eastern Kentucky 50 points below what they scored on Friday against Coppin State when they won 107-80. Talley nearly tripped up, circles it out, gives off to Ingram, 7 on the shot clock. Ingram has to let it fly soon, loses it right there. Bryan picks it up and scores. Oh, Marcus Bryan, right time and right spot. 76-57, the Seahawks starting to pull away here with 1:11 left. Powell down to Mayo on the right blocks, into the paint, fades away. It's short, it's rebounded by Bryan. He'll give to Ingram as we go under a minute now. The Seahawks looking to go to 2-0 for the first time since 2008 and looking pretty good right now. Students behind the benches come to their feet. Ingram with 13 on the shot clock circles it out, trying to use this remaining seconds of the clock. There's 38 on the game clock as Ingram drives and is fouled on his way to the basket. Reach-in foul. That'll be on Hawkins, the fifth foul on Javante Hawkins. He'll foul out as Ingram will go to the free throw line to shoot two. The Seahawks now rebounding Eastern Kentucky. 4 fewer turnovers as the free throw is good. All around good performances here. A lot of good positive performances individually with Ponder with 24, 16 Sherwood, 13 Ingram scoring-wise as Ingram hits both. 78-57 now, 21 the advantage here for UNCW. The largest lead of this game. Blue for three is off the mark. Mayo at the baseline. The putback is no good. Gets his miss and then is fouled by Sherwood. And that will foul Dylan Sherwood out of this game. So he becomes the second Seahawk to foul out. And a night where UNCW led from wire to wire. Eastern Kentucky never led in this game. Quiet first half for Ponder with 9, but he has 15 in the second half with 24 right now. Sherwood, a lot of high fives for him, and why not? 16 points, matching his career high, and also a career high 9 rebounds here in this game. Mayo at the free throw line, in and out. Eastern Kentucky, next up for them Friday. They're home against Ball State. For the Seahawks, as mentioned, Saturday versus Western Michigan. The team that nearly knocked off DePaul over the weekend as the second free throw is good. Well, actually, they say a lane violation on the first. So for Mayo, 11 points, topping the 10 he had on Friday against Coppin State. Hits both free throws. He's not missed a free throw. I'm for 6 here in this game. 78-59, 20 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Tally out front. Doesn't want to take a shot. No closely guarded again when you're dribbling. He's guarded by Tommy Matthews. Near midcourt, 8 seconds, now 7. Again, trying to run out this clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and that will do it. So the Seahawks start 2-0 for the first time since 2008. A long hug for Kevin Keats and Dan McHale. Again, both from that Rick Pitino coaching tree, and it's Kevin Keats getting the better of McHale here tonight. 78-59, your final score. The Seahawks lead from start to finish and get the victory now 2-0 on this young season. Plenty to talk about, plenty coming up during our Papa John's postgame show. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this. It's Seahawk basketball, driven by your Carolina Ford dealers.
All right, guys, listen up. Before you step out into the night, I want you to designate a driver, because great times don't happen without that guy. He's the guy who makes sure you don't act like an idiot in front of the cute girl across the room. He buys her a Budweiser and says it's from you. And then, at the end of the best night of your life, he makes sure you get her home safely. So raise high your bud for the hero of the night, the designated driver. Great times await. Grab some fun.
Enjoy responsibly. Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Short on cash? Have unwanted gold or silver? Bring it to Pawn USA. We're North Carolina's premier gold and silver buyer since 1980. Pawn USA will give you the best price in town on your gold, silver, or jewelry. You'll also save money on our wide selection of merchandise, including jewelry, electronics, tools, guns, musical instruments, and more. Don't forget, we cash payroll and income tax refund checks and have millions to lend for most items of value. Don't let life get you down. Get the money you need when you need it at Pawn USA, where the customer is always treated like family and the service speaks for itself.
78-59, the Seahawks with the win here in game number 2 of this young season. Now 2-0 for the first time, as mentioned, since 2008. Mike Vaccaro back here on the Seahawk Digital Network, our Papa John's post-game show all season long when the Seahawks win this season, you get 50% off your online order the next day. Simply order at papajohns.com using the promo code Seahawks, and you can do that tomorrow, as that will be in effect once again. So the Seahawks, wire to wire, led this ball game, and they go away with the victory here impressively tonight against a team that came in and scored 107 points on Friday against Coppin State, but only 59 here tonight.